of course, good morning to all, and thank you to participate with me in this session. So, I'm Fabio Franzini. Just a few words about me. Yes, I'm a business application and office development MVP, and I'm an independent serial consultant and MCT trainer. I'm working with a lot of companies across Europe to help to adopt the Power Platform and to architect and develop applications inside the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. So if you want to write me or add me on LinkedIn or Twitter, here you can find some information that you can use. And so let's start with this session. So you know that Microsoft Teams is the hub for teamwork in Microsoft 365. You are able to, of course, to chat with your colleagues, to create meetings, to make calls, to share files, but we have the possibility to add apps and manage workflow inside Microsoft Teams. So we have to consider Microsoft Teams as an hub for all your information and application inside your company. But we have some customer challenges to resolve. For example, we need the possibility to respond in a rapid way for some crisis. For example, the possibility to support in a quick way the customers or your colleague to create or manage information inside Teams. We need to have more agile business process to support the deployment or the delivery of solution inside your company, or we need the possibility to use people that have limited technical skills to solve problems inside your company. And another things could be the possibility to spend less in create applications inside your company. Another challenge is the unclear visibility of your company when you have to create or manage some application. So for all these challenges, we have the possibility to use the Teams and, of course, the Power Platform to resolve all or part of these problems. With Teams as a platform, you can use the Microsoft 365 application productivity apps and use Power Platform to create in a low-code or no-code way application for your company. This is very important because with the Power Platform, you are able to create and manage application in a fraction of the time by creating an application by using the code. And so it's more simple to create application, and it's more simple to maintain this kind of application. The low-code market is growing, of course. In the last year, due to the coronavirus crisis, the Power Platform is grow inside the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, and now with the integration that we have with Teams, we are able to use this platform to create applications. A good thing is that you can use Power Apps and Power Platform for all the type of developers or not developers. For example, we can use the Power Platform and specifically the Power Apps to create application from the Pro Dev citizen dev, and IT admin. So all these peoples are able to create and manage application, because this platform enable to create application by use code or code solution. So the statement is empower every developer to do more. Now, I want to show you the integration that we can have from Power Apps to Microsoft Teams. But you have to consider that there are not only the integration from Power Apps. We have the integration with all the Power Platform. You know that Power Platform contains not only Power Apps, but contains Power Automate, Power BI, and Power Virtual Agent. So we can use all of these services to create application, to create and manage workflow, to create a dashboard, or create bot inside Teams. Another thing is, yeah, I already mentioned this. The Power Platform is very large adopted in the last period. The good thing is the possibility not only to create application outside Teams, but and then interact with Teams, but now we have to create and then embed low-code application inside Teams. This is the very important thing. Simple to build. By using the low-code platform like Power Apps, it's very simple to build application. And now we can have the native UI of Teams inside our Power Apps application. You can create a Power Apps that are able to connect to Teams functionality and Teams API, or of course, by using connectors, we can create application that communicate with a custom backend. We are able to put all these application and flow, or all the things that complete the application inside a solution template, and then deploy as an application inside the store. This is very important thing. It's very simple for partner create and deploy solution inside the Teams store by using the Power Platform. And of course, we have a smooth mobile experience to help and serve the first line workers to use this application and then resolve problems. Is easy to manage. We are able to use the telemetry available inside the Teams admin to monitor the application that we are already created. And this integration, it's included with all Microsoft 365 licenses. So we can use Power Apps and the Power Platform inside Teams with all the Microsoft 365 license. Now I want to introduce you the Project Oaktail. So Project Oaktail, it's a preview, solution to integrate the Power Platform and specific the Power Apps inside Microsoft Teams. So Project Oaktail, it's a subset of the capability that we have inside the Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, because we have the possibility to have a storage with rich data types and enterprise capability, the possibility to create tables with relationship, and create application that use this kind of storage. It's included for every Teams that Microsoft have, and yeah, and we have a deep integration with the storage and the application that we can create inside Microsoft Teams. This is the just an introduction of the capabilities, the data platform capabilities that it's included inside the Microsoft Project Octale. We have one environment per team, so we can create one environment per team. We can have the possibility to manage a backup, a disaster recovery. We can promote to the common data service inside the Dynamics 365 if you want to scale to Dynamics 365 and the common data service. We have the possibility to manage solution inside the app lifecycle things like manage solution, import and export solution. Regarding the data, we have the possibility to create and then we have some basic data type that we can use inside this model. Of course, we have an integration with the Power Automate, and then we can create a flow inside the Project Octale by using inside the Power Apps as an extension point. And we have the possibility to use Power BI that is coming soon, but to create a reporting inside Project Octale. And of course, you have to remember that all it's covered by the enterprise security and compliance. By all the data are encrypted, and there are a lot of configuration to make secure inside the Project Octale. By using Project Octale and the new Power Apps personal app, you are able to use the designer for create tables inside Microsoft Teams without leave Teams, of course. And when you are created the storage, you are able to use the same Power Apps application to create applications that have multiple responsive layout. This is very cool thing. By out of the box, we are able to create applications that have a responsive layout for web, tablet, mobile, and of course the native Teams application. This is just an example of the Power Apps designer embedded inside Microsoft Teams, and you are able to see that we have more or less the same designer that we have in the full Power Apps service, but now we have the ability to publish directly to Teams inside a specific channel as a tab application, of course. Another thing is the possibility to have the table designer inside the Power Apps, so we can use or create new tables inside our Power App application. And then after you are deployed the application inside the Teams, you are able to click and then navigate directly to the channel to see the application run inside Teams. This is an example. So basically, when you create an application inside by using Power Apps inside Teams, this is the common layout. This tracker application, it's on a tab inside a channel, and then you are able to see the list of data, and then when you click, see the details to view or create or modify or delete data inside the same application. You are able to click on the tab and then click on settings to change the settings, and then edit the application inside Teams, and then come back to the designer to modify the application. Another thing is the possibility, I already mentioned that, to install a Power Platform solution into Teams with a single click. So we can create and publish a Power Platform solution that contain, for example, Power Apps application, tables, flows, and another Power Platform things, and then just install like another apps for Teams. This is very cool thing. So now the citizen developer or partner are able to easily put their solution and use, this is a very good thing, the same look and feel of the Teams inside a Power Apps application. I already mentioned the part of security and governance. Microsoft Project Octail is an enterprise grade and designed to work with teams, of course, and we have different kind of roles to identify the environment, like the owners, the member, the guest. So we can make some changes regarding the security about the owners, the members, and the guests. The access to the environment is restricted just to the team's owner, member, and guest. The ability to assign different security roles to a team's owner and members, but there are no security setting management for business unit and teams. The powerful capability included for Teams users. It's included with no additional cost for Microsoft Teams customer. But we have just to add the Microsoft Project Octail inside a single team. Support a very large number of records, like 1 million, for each team out of the box without doing anything. We can create and publish apps, chatbot, and automation inside on a tab inside a specific channel in Teams to any Teams supported platform. We can use all existing included Power Platform capabilities and connectors. So this is a very cool thing. But if you need to use more what we have inside the Power Platform standard Power Platform capabilities and connector, we can upgrade to standalone Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agent to use, for example, the Common Data Service that have more functionality, that the same concept inside the Project Octail, or for example, for existing premium connector to connect to enterprise system, or if you want, of course, to have a standalone apps, bot, and automation outside of Teams. So you can start inside Teams and then move outside Teams. Okay, another cool thing is the Teams integration object. So later I'll show you a simple application, and I'll show you the integration with Teams. Basically, when you create a Power App application in Project Octail of course, for Teams, inside this application, we can use a Teams object, and by using this Teams object, we are able to get and access with some information about from Teams. For example, just two things. It's the possibility to use the Teams object to get the name of the theme inside Team, and for example, to make a switch and then set in Power Apps different background colors based on the theme used inside Teams. Or, for example, we can use the same object to access to another information, like access to the display name of the current channel when the application is deployed. It's very interesting. But to have at this moment to have more information, we can use the function param to get some parameters that the teams pass to this Power App application. For example, the locale, the channel ID, the channel type, the chat ID, the group ID, host client type, and another parameter. So there are two different ways. First is to use the team object, and the second is to use the param function to get some parameters from teams. So let me show a simple demo. Okay. I just create a team as the name of the teams demos. And I want to show you first 3 applications implemented by using Power Apps and Project Oakdale inside the teams. The first 2 applications, Employee Ideas and Manage Inspection, are a Microsoft application that you can install by using the Power Apps application, but let me show later. The last application is a sample to-do that I created to demonstrate you some aspect of the integration from Power Apps and Teams. First of all, I want to show you these employee ideas. The interesting thing I already mentioned, it's that these Power App application have the same look and feel UI of Teams. For example, the buttons or another controls like the drop downs, or for example, buttons. Let me show again. Leave this one. Come on. Okay. Yes, drop downs. If I click on some buttons, we are able to see again the search bar, buttons, images, text. This is the same look and feel because the integration that we have with Power Apps to Teams, this integration permits to use the control inside Power Apps that have the same controls that we have inside the Teams. For example, the buttons, it's the same button that we have inside the Teams. And it's permitted to create a better integration, better UI integration from your application and, of course, the Teams client. Basically, this application is just to manage. It's a simple application to manage the campaigns and idea from the users. But another application is it's this one, Manage Inspection. And for example, it's an application to help the frontline workers to put information regarding the inspection for location and put some information regarding inspection and other things. But in which way I'm able to create this kind of application? We need to install, first of all, the Power Apps application by using the Teams store. I already have this application, of course, and now I have to open. But if it's the first time for you, you need to install first the application. So now I click to open Power Apps, and the first thing is that this integration, Project Oakdale and Power Apps, is in preview. So there are no final version at this moment. It's just in preview. But you can start to use and then learn how to create application that and integrate inside Teams. Just a few words about this UI. You are able to create an application, or see the recent application that you are already created or installed from the store, because the inspection and the employee ideas are solution installed from the store. Basically, by click on these buttons inside the Power Apps home page. It's just the application, the template application, the example that Microsoft created to show you the possibility to integrate these two platforms. Of course, you can click on See More, and if you click again on See All, so you can switch from build by this theme or installed app. In this case, the installed apps are a solution, a Power Platform solution, because now you are able to see that the R inspection, for example, contains 2 apps, 1 flow, 0 chatbot, and 11 tables. And the employee ideas contain just one app and 8 tables. But if I come back here by build by this theme and click on See All, you are able to navigate to this screen, and then you can create not only the Canvas application with tablet or phone form factor, but you are able to create a chatbot or a flow or a table, and you are able to create environment variables. I want to switch again on the installed apps, because it's very interesting that you are able with the Power Platform to modify an application that you are installed from the store. Of course, if are built by using the Power Platform and Project Oakdale. Now, for example, I see all the object contained inside this application, and you are able to see the type, the flow, the table, Canvas app, another tables, Canvas app, and another table. For example, if you go to flow at this area inspection, you are able to click edit, and without leave themes, you are able to access the Power Automate designer to change this flow and then modify the logic of already pre-built application. This is very cool. Let me show. I want to show first by switch again on Teams the sample application that I create, the sample to do. This application, it's a standard application when you start to create an app. Later I show you. And basically, I create just a table, the to-dos table, that contain some columns like the name, assigned to as an email field, description field, and a complete field is a Boolean field. So basically, we are able to click on new record, like, for example, test, assigned to my email again, then some description, and then if this is completed or not, then click this icon to save. It's the same basic example that you can create by the standalone Power Apps, but there are some integration with Teams, basic integration. First of all, I want to recap the UI. You see that the UI controls are the same of Teams. But the first integration is, for example, inside this application, we are able to see the team names. And another integration is if I try to switch the theme of Teams, okay, I'm able to change the background color of this application without reload this application. Now I want to show you how to use this kind of integration. Of course, another key thing, sorry, it's so you remember that it's in preview. Now it's not working. Let me more simple to do. No, it's just scale. I don't know why, but let me try. It's in preview, guys. Sorry. I want to try it with employee ideas. Okay, here it's working. You see that all the controls inside are responsive. So it's not easy to create an application in a quick time that make these rearrange controls, but you are able to do that. It's very interesting because you know that the Canvas app born with non-responsive UI. So I want to change the sample to do application. I need to go back to the Power Apps, and then, for example, click directly on sample to do, or if I want to go deeply inside the list of application and tables, I'm able to click on the to do to change the table layout. This is all the fields, but if I go to the visual editor to add another field or change the data or fields inside this designer. And of course, if I click on the sample to do, I'm able to navigate again to the designer. Just a few seconds. Okay. Here in this panel, you are able to create directly inside the designer the applications, the table, sorry, and then use this table inside the same controls that you already know if you use Power Apps. For example, the browser gallery controls or the edit form controls to edit the data. But let me show you inside this we are able to see some additional controls that you not know. The right panel, for example, or left panel are a new kind of container that make the responsive controls inside these panels. It's new controls available inside the Power Apps for Project Oakdale. And another thing is the theme object. So this theme object is the object that contains the information that you can use inside themes, inside the application, sorry, from themes. For example, inside this label, I use the themes object to integrate the display name of this theme, the current theme when the application is running. And then when you use this application inside the theme, I'm able to see the complete name of the application. Or another thing is, for example, to click on the screen one, and I'm able to use the themes object to access to the theme name. And for example, by using the switch control, I'm able to switch if the theme is the default, use the white color, or is the dark, dim gray, or in the contrast theme by using the black color. This is just a simple integration, but you know that you can use inside this application all the connectors that you can that we have inside the Power Apps. For example, we can use the connector to communicate with Teams. For example, to write a message inside the Teams or do another things. Now we can test directly this app, but you know, in the design mode, we are not able to access to the theme object, and then we are not able to display the current name. You see that this application is working, and when you are changed the application, now you are able to publish to Teams, and every time that you click on the publish to Teams, basically the Power Apps show you the possibility to so I already deployed this sample to do at the general tab of the Teams Fest demos. But if we have another channel, we are able to deploy the same application directly by using this panel to more than one channel. And now, if I click on Save and Close, I published this application inside Teams, and then we can navigate again on the Simple To Do tab, and then use this application. Let me show. No, I don't know. I think there are some problems because this application just scaled the UI. I think that I modified something in the configuration, but again, if I switch on employee ideas, you are able to see that the UI it's responsive. Okay, just go back to the slides. So this is just a recap of the some benefit by using the project Oakdale. For example, you already see that we can build application by using Power Apps, and then by using the low code or no code application, or Flow or Chatbot. We use the same core capabilities of the Power Platform and Dynamics 365. There are some changes of the names. For example, in the Common Data Service, there are not tables, but we have entities. But the concept is the same, because in the project Oakdale we don't have entities, but we have tables. But basically, it's the same thing. We have storage with rich data types and enterprise capability, and the possibility to create one-click solution deployment. It's very interesting. The new visual editor to define and populate table data. Enterprise security, aligned with the same approach that we use inside Teams. It's included in all Teams license that we have. At this moment, the storage it's limited to 2 GB per Teams, and support for 1 million of raw. It's very interesting, and the support it's up to this number of Teams. The capability to promote to common data service is very interesting, because if you want to scale and then use all the capability from the common data service, you don't need to rebuild your solution, rebuild your application, but just to upgrade to the full common data service. You remember that now this is just a preview, but you know that Microsoft spend a lot of effort to grow this low-code platform, and then we can see another kind of integration in the future from the Power Platform inside Teams, and of course not only. Okay, I'm finished, and of course thanks to be part of this session, and now it's the time of Q&A.